What's poppin'? What's poppin'? What's poppin'? What's poppin'? What's poppin'? What's poppin'?
What's good? What's poppin'? What's poppin'? What's poppin'? What's poppin'? What's poppin'? Are you poppin'?
What is poppin'? What's poppin'? Woo-wee. We got somebody in the building. Somebody in the building. Somebody in the building. We got big. And I always know, J-Rock, we always emphasize too much times. We always emphasize when we say we have a big somebody in the building, but really this time around I really have to acknowledge and say no frontin'. No frontin'.
No cap.
Yeah, there you go.
No cap.
Somebody that's actually really does this in real life.
In our real life.
I'm glad to be
Ladies and
here.
gentlemen, Ammoye.
What's up, Gwan? What's up, Gwan?
Yes. So, it's our pleasure to have you.
Thank you for having me.
The first thing we're going to talk about is my favorite song of yours. And maybe this song will equate you to her. Maybe you heard it on the Canadian radio stations or not, you know. But it's and you did a collaboration also with, I personally think, the biggest male reggae superstar in Canada. Is Esco Levi.
Shout out Esco Levi.
The man that been playing soccer in a Brampton and the big thing. So yeah, so the song is Stop the Shooting. And it's always that's pivotal thing. Tell us about like why and how you did that and what's the need for it.
There's a need for it because of the gun violence that's been going on for a while now. I had a personal experience with that because my cousin got killed from gun violence, and so and then so much youths have died so young before their time by gun violence.
Yes.
So I wanted to address the issue and using my talents and speak on the issue, and shooting was born out of that whole thing. And we did the original, and then we did a remix with Esco Levi, which was the one that was officially released.
And how was it? How was that song received, and how was it working with Esco Levi? And have you worked together before?
Yeah, man, I love Esco Levi. We've done so many shows together and did a mini tour too together. Well, I was opening for him as he was going across Canada and Montreal, and I think it was Ottawa and then Toronto. We did a few shows together, and he's always a pleasure working with. He's like family, Esco Levi, and so working with him on the song was like a natural fit, and he loved that song too. Shooting and Sorry is two of his favorite songs for me, so it was a natural collaboration fit.
Sorry, it's funny you mentioned the Sorry song because I'm watching the video and I see the acting skills go on.
Oh yes, man.
Yeah, you see the little acting.
Oh yes. If I'm in Jamaica, I used to actually write for my church because I grew up in the church. I used to write skits for exactly for church. So I've been doing my little acting thing from long time.
So is there aspirations of
absolutely?
I'm the director of Life of the Dot, the new
Toronto web series.
Really?
And I'm actually directing a play, North Side of Slavery.
Ooh, I would love to be a part of that.
Yeah,
he's always writing. He's always has his pen, always writing.
It's coming with a whole bunch of stuff.
Nice.
And we're definitely looking to include our Toronto Canadian artists. You
Absolutely, I would love to be a part of that.
Definitely, especially when we're talking about the black culture and the black thought process. You know?
Right.
Yes.
Right.
So yeah, man, that's what we're about. You know.
I love that.
Getting into how was the shooting song received?
It was well received. A lot of people. It's so funny that you're saying that because every time I would perform the song, I get people coming up to me and they keep telling me, you need to go and bring that song to the mayor because of what's been going on with the gun violence here. And so we did. And so we're in talks right now to do some kind of initiative to bring more awareness to the issue.
They should put that on make a PSA and
that's exactly
be the song, and
that's
you know what I mean?
That's what we put forward to them.
Yeah, just get me to direct it. You know what I'm saying? And then we just collaborate on a real thing, because experience and being in the lived culture would have the best chance to convey a message to our people.
Absolutely,
you know what I'm saying? So
I agree.
You wouldn't want to have that. What do you think about that in the industry when you have people from other cultures capitalizing off of our culture?
It's been not long. It's been going on for eons, eons.
I'm happy she said that,
but because it's true.
It's not
It's been
new.
this is not new. It's been going on forever, for so long. They rape our culture for what they want to do, and we are over here working our asses off and not really getting the recognition and the accolades for it. But it is what it is. I see these, what do you call them? I don't look at them as obstacles. I look at it as an opportunity to do my part and pave the way for whoever is inspired to do what they want to do. You just I take it as stepping stones and motivation and inspiration to keep on going, and hopefully one day we'll get the recognition and all of that, you know.
Speaking of inspiring,
that's why I was thinking the whole time, you're so in depth, so like, where did it come from? Who are you
my
listening
grandmother.
to? Who do you listen to?
Well,
Who's in your playlist? I have to know.
Bob Marley. Bob Marley.
Okay, but your playlist is deep. They're not just
very
Bob
deep.
Marley.
I know. But Bob Marley is where it started for me. I grew up with my grandparents back home. I was raised by my grandmother and my grandfather. They raised me up in the church. And outside of gospel, the only other music they would allow us to listen to was Bob Marley.
You have to think about how amazing of an artist you are, that someone that's gospel, they only listen to gospel. And the only exception to gospel is
Bob.
That's how
Exactly.
you know, like it speaks volume.
Absolutely.
you know, I think he was speaking the gospel.
Exactly. The
That's
real,
why.
the gospel.
Because
you know what I mean?
Remember, we're doing a lot of things with Christianity right now, with religion and black people. And a lot of people are thinking about things a little deeper.
No.
So I'm sure there was always something that there was like, and Bob Marley's music connected it.
To that, of course, they resonated with that because it was music
Correlation,
about
for sure.
exactly. It was music about life and love and unity and bringing people
Yes.
together, not tearing us apart. And I say that all the time. And I love that his music transcends time. It's related. Everybody can relate to that
Right
music.
now.
Exactly, even right now, which is genius. And he was just a natural. I just love the way that he wrote, and that's why I write the music that I wrote. I write. He's the artist that is the epitome of all artists for me. Him and Sade. You're asking what else is in my
Very,
I love
very-
Sade. I love Lauryn Hill. I love people that have messages and the music. You know, is
Sade. I just think when I hear Sade, it's like you come home from work, you take off your clothes, you're comfortable, you have wine, and
Exactly.
you're relaxing.
You know
and
you're
you have a
talking.
spliff, I mean, I don't know what you do, but you're chilling to
yes,
Sade. That's
absolutely.
I always
It's
say,
not
I think
like
she
No.
has one of the greatest songs of all time. I tell people, Sade, I think, and you know, song, do you think I'll leave you down on your knees? I'm telling people, I'm like, that's a song.
Yeah.
When aliens are probably running the earth and everyone's dead, that's still gonna be playing. They're gonna be in the malls, yeah.
Aliens are gonna be here while we are here, okay? Do not get it twisted. They're already
5
here.
million years from now,
They're
you're gonna be
already
hearing
here.
that play in the mall.
Yeah, right?
Certain
They're already
songs.
here.
Hold on.
They're already here.
They're already here.
They're already here. Believe that. Do not get it
acting real
twisted.
alien.
They're already here, okay? Walking among us.
us. Which part of the city do you come from?
I live right now at Queen and Spadina, downtown.
Queens, but where you like
But I was-
childhood?
Oh, I came here when I was 18. So
Okay.
yeah,
Big old man.
yeah. After high school, I came here. I lived out for a long time though on Bathurst and Lawrence, between Bathurst and Lawrence.
Shout out
Wilson.
Bathurst and Lawrence.
Yeah.
been a city
In the
girl.
jungle area, kind of. Not
shouts
really.
out, shouts
That's
out.
very close to jungle. So yeah, that's the area that I
Was
stayed
it
in
a
for a long time.
hard transition? You come into like another country, or
You know what? I was always excited to come to Canada because I had a plan. And I wanted to do my music, and I knew that the opportunities would be more available to me here. So when I found out, my mom was here because she was abused by my dad, which is a whole story. Everybody knows this about who knows about my story, and so she left there to come here, and after a while, she was able to bring us over. I'm now all of that is all balanced out now. We have a good relationship with my dad. Everybody's all good and all of that. But that's where it started. And so when I came here, I was excited to leave that situation and come into a new, brand new energy and space
The
and
possibilities.
exactly with the opportunities that are here. And so I was excited. The transition for me was kind of was very not difficult, to be honest, except for the cool.
That's what I was gonna ask about. I know, yeah, because they
Get that first.
as much as
Except for the cold.
as much as you warn them
Yeah.
about the cold, there's no you can't get ready for it.
So
No.
hold on, listen.
No.
I love asking new or not new Canadians, but like, what is your first cold story? Your first interaction with
The
deep cold or snow?
Right, the snow. It's the snow. Me and my siblings, my sister and my brother. I'm the eldest of the three of us, and when we see snow for the first time, oh Lord Jesus!
What did you think about snow before you actually saw it?
I wanted to eat it.
It's like it's the common thing.
like,
Like, what
I
is this? Like, what is this?
So I couldn't wait to I don't know why. I just wanted to put it in my mouth and what is this? What is this phenomena? Snow, And so when we saw snow, we were so excited. The cool gone. We were just excited to play in it, to throw it at each other. We were like, it was a party, really and truly.
That's nice.
But then when the
man.
cool hits you, it's a different story. Okay, I'm like, why? Why did we do this? Why? But we got used to it. It is what it is. As long as you're bundled up and all that good stuff.
That's
you
it.
know.
That's
it's all
it.
good.
That's it.
Let's talk a little bit about the business.
Yeah.
And about how do you as an artist decide? Do you have a manager?
I do have a manager.
And do you what about if you were doing it yourself? What would be the benefits to running your own?
We are
doing your own
running.
thing?
I feel like we are doing that. I am independent, and it's me and my manager. Zeno is Italian, and it's just us, and we do everything. It's all in house, and we do everything on our own. Bookings from everything. We just recently got somebody else on board to help with the bookings. Mango Tree Corporation, Deshaun. And so they're doing helping us with the bookings and stuff, but we do everything ourselves, and it is what it is. You just have to put on your big girl panties on and pull up your socks and get the work done.
That's it.
You know what I mean? I'm not waiting for nobody. I'm about my business, and we're very.
But there is a lot of artists that they're up every day, they're doing it, but they don't know exactly what work to do. You know what I mean? So, what is it? What's the benefits of knowing what work to do in terms, because
It's
you
been
got a
years.
nomination, right? So-
For Juno nomination, and it's been hard work, and it's learning as I go, really and truly. And I watch and I look for the artists that I respect what they're doing, and I ask questions, and I'm not afraid to go up to people and ask questions and try to build relationships with those people and figure out how I can liaison with them and figure my way into my
That's
industry.
key, man.
And so that's really, really what it is, learning from the ones who've been doing it and doing it well.
What about skills like writing a proposal or?
We do have a
doing
grant
it?
writer. I do have a grant, and my manager is a university grad, so he's well studied, and he helps me with that part of it. He allows me to be creative and do the creative part of it, and we of course work together, collaborate when it comes to the business. He asks me, "This is what do I feel about this," and then he explains things to me, and we make it happen.
Yes. But for that to work, you have to trust him.
I do trust him.
Right?
Yeah, I used to date him.
Okay.
And so that's how we started out, and then he realized that there was a need for helping to build up on the business side, and he's well versed that way, so he was able to, come in on that side and help me
Let's come out.
iron out that side of things and get me to afford Juno nomination.
Yeah. Yeah. So I mean that's all now. There's no trust no more because he done did it.
He done
right?
did it,
So
exactly, and he's not even from music.
Mm.
He just learned. He recognized that there was a need for that, especially in the reggae industry, and here in Canada.
Okay.
And,
My question is there a between the difference between him and a veteran manager that has artists that are not getting contacts?
It's the contacts and the relationships that they have, and the network that they have. He, though, is like me. He's not afraid to go and find his way in there and ask questions and build relationships.
Yeah.
And he taught me that. And so that's what we've been doing.
Awesome. Awesome.
Already off the rip, the key. Listening to you, the key word I took was building trust and relationships, and I think in the business aspect, I think that's so key, and that gets so much time overlooked.
I know.
How we go about business, but business is nothing more than a relationship you
Absolutely.
have with somebody.
So
and is there
important.
trust in?
Absolutely, because I find too that in this little small industry that we have here, it can be a little bit of a crab in a bucket mentality, where people are trying to, this is for me, and I don't want to give you my contact, and they're trying to hone for themselves, and they're trying very separatist kind of thingy.
And
it can be that,
yeah.
which is kind of ironic for reggae, because reggae is supposed to unify, but it is what it is, and so I don't subscribe to that. We talk about it. Listen, there's grants out there for you to get. We've introduced other artists to the grant. Yeah, exactly, and put them on. I'm all about helping to build the infrastructure, because that's what we need here.
Yeah, some people I think are just either greedy or afraid to get.
I think it's fear.
To get. Like, you know, when
you're gonna take away from my pocket, you're gonna take away from my pocket, and whatever it is, but
like
it's fear.
My chance.
Yeah,
Maybe like,
it's
I'm
fear.
calling this executive 10 times, and I give you his number, and you call me 11, and you get
through. Yeah, it's fear. I know it is fear, but that's when you block your blessings, though.
Yes.
I don't believe in that.
Fear definitely blocks your blessings.
Yeah.
Fear is the idea of something unknown, right? And if you don't know, how can you really have an idea?
Exactly.
It's like creating your future. You know, Back to the Future, when it comes with the blank paper.
Yeah.
You write your own future, Marty.
Right. Because you do, though. Because you
true.
absolutely do. Right. And I believe in the field. I believe in spirituality. That's my religion. Is I was raised Christian, but my thing right now is I'm growing up and I understand things for myself. My thing is all about spirituality and love, and so if I know that somebody it doesn't have integrity, I'm not gonna get them in my circle. I'm not gonna draw them into my circle. I have boundaries when it comes to that.
How do you decide who's in your circle?
I watch and I observe.
That right there will tell you a lot.
Yeah,
They
I watch
say
and I observe.
usually bad people will tell you they're bad if you just listen.
Exactly. I watch and I observe and I listen and I see, and that's how I decipher who is who and who's for me and who's not for me.
Yeah, definitely. Listening to you speak, you are for the culture. You're here for the culture. You're trying to add on to the culture and not take away from it.
No.
That's why when you told me 4-time Juno nominated and these big accolades, I'm not surprised, because anyone that comes and you want to give something to the culture, you'll always receive something back.
Exactly.
Versus people that just come in with their hands like this, say, gimme.
Yeah.
I want. But they don't want to contribute nothing of substance to the culture.
Right.
They don't want to give anything real, and for you to do that, you have to be able to open up.
Absolutely.
Speaking of substance and giving something back to the culture, how important do you think it is for like an artist like yourself to know and understand like reggae music history? And
it's important. It's important. And that's what I'm saying. That's why the biggest learning curve for me was learning about Bob Marley and his story and his music and the music that he writes, and not just him, but there's so many too. I love artists like Grace Jones.
Yes.
She's another one that I studied a lot as well. And just because she's a female and she's so fierce and being in a male-dominated
feminism,
exactly, right? You know what I mean? So it's very important to study the culture and figure out what you're going to bring to the table, and add to what the real ones have been doing.
Okay, yeah. You know? Yo, guys, everybody on the lives, don't forget, if you have a question for Ammoye, let's get them in. Don't wait till the last minute.
That's what they always do. Wait for the last minute.
Okay. Does it say what? What's pooping?
No, it says stop hashtag, and that's it. You don't have to full song.
Oh.
Yeah, I was just gonna add after.
Can you do that?
Stop.
Is it possible?
Stop the shooting, right?
Stop shooting.
It's called shooting.
Just shooting.
Shooting.
Only?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
My bad.
Oh, you're gonna go out? No.
Okay, we'll do it after. We'll do it after. We're gonna fix it.
I thought you could do it from your phone.
No,
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, it's okay. My bad.
Yeah, it's called shooting.
Shooting. Okay.
What artists have you worked with besides Esco Levi, and what artists are you looking to work with in the future?
What artists have I worked with? You mean on collab songs?
Yeah,
Well, I just did a new feature, a song with DT the artist.
DT.
Oh, shouts
me
out
on
DT,
together. Yeah.
the artist.
Working.
Shouts out, shouts
Oh yeah,
out.
he
You
be
working.
working.
Shouts out,
Shake your
DT.
And Low Tech from the UK. I worked with I've worked with the Punto Beat from Mexico, Mexico City. I did Boom Beats, which is one of my newest videos that I released with
Shouts
the
out,
Punto
shouts
Beat
out.
from Mexico.
All in Mexico, all in, yeah, right?
I'm
You
all over the
working.
place, man. I'm all over the place. And I just did my newest video release and single was with DJ Agile.
Agile from hold on. Brass Monk.
Yes,
Thank
exactly.
you.
Wow.
Brass, you did help me, but I
Big world, small at the
Yeah.
same time.
Agile was a teacher.
Big world, small at the same
up, Agile.
time, right?
Yes,
Big up and
flavor.
shouts
Hold on.
out.
Agile's not like he was a teacher at the remix, so he's not just one of them artists. Like he gave back.
He gave back. That's what I'm saying.
yes.
I don't
You
know, I
give
don't
back
know.
as
I
long
don't
as you
know
give back.
if he was teacher for free. You know what I mean? But
I don't think those two words go.
teacher
I don't think those words go together.
Right?
Teaching for free.
Oh yeah, it does. It does go together.
Oh, yeah.
It does go
Oh,
together. It's
yeah.
called mentorship.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
But yeah, like, okay. So what about the artists that you have plans? Like
To
I'm
work
going
with?
to work with one day or.
Oh,
soon.
Sade is definitely on my bucket list, and I know that's a big dream and a big goal to have. But I would
for the stars.
love to work with Sade and Lauryn Hill. I would love Beyonce too. I know that's kind of to the left.
Speaking into
but-
existence,
but
it's gonna
I
happen.
do
Talking
love
into
me some
existence, it's gonna
Beyonce
happen.
because she is superwoman in this industry, and she is just kicking down doors left, right, and center, and I
Yes.
love that.
Yes.
I aspire to do that in the reggae
Yes.
world, right?
Yes.
Because I'm going for my Grammy, yo.
Yeah.
I'm going for my Grammy.
We gonna be there after you get your Grammy. We're gonna be at the red carpet saying, "Us, if we want
Yes.
to interview her first."
Yes, honey, yes. And I
Just
love
like
Damian
that.
Marley. I love Damian Marley as well.
Yes.
So I'd love to do something with him as
Yeah,
well.
I love Damien too.
Shouts out Damian
He's the
Marley.
spitter.
Yeah. And Chronics and all them good peoples.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm all about that.
Is there
Question?
No one's commenting.
Is there a question?
No one's
Good,
commenting.
What I see you writing. Is there a comment?
Okay, here's a comment from Angela Bernard. She says, how long has she been in the industry, and does she write her own music?
Yeah, I do write my own music. For the most part, yes. I have worked with on the Light, my album that's out. I do have a co-writing song on there with Mikey Bennett, who did Cyndi Lauper's Girl Just Wanna Have Fun.
Oh.
He's a huge
So that's a big one.
reggae producer in Jamaica. And so we collabed on Where Do We Go on that album. But I do write most of my songs, yeah. And I've been doing music for like 15 years now.
Jeez, 15 years
She's in the game.
in the game,
Yeah.
in the game, in the game, in the
Professional.
game.
I personally feel like
Mike just wants to know where can we find your music?
You can find my music on my website at www.ammoye.com. I'm on Spotify, I'm on iTunes, YouTube, wherever. Just
Shouts out YouTube. I like people that's on YouTube.
Yeah,
All YouTube guys.
Yeah.
it's free.
Just why you gotta help me? Why you gotta do that? Why you gotta do that? We online.
I like YouTube.
Holy
Yeah.
smokes.
But yeah, I'm
But
on
you have to watch some
YouTube.
commercials.
Yeah, I'm on all of those platforms. YouTube, Spotify, like I said, Apple Music, all of them. SoundCloud, wherever you get music, you'll find Ammoye.
And just remember the E. As Ammoye, you
The
feel
E is
comfortable
silent.
leaving the Y at the
Yeah.
end, but stamp that E on
Some
the
people
end.
say Ammoye, like Escoliva say
Ammoye.
Ammoye, but it's Ammoye.
Yardis will all
Right?
make their own name.
Make their own name.
Right.
Yes.
But it's
That's
Ammoye.
really nice. She's like, wow, nice. Like when you answered the question.
Oh, thank you. Thank you for the question too.
Yes, thank you so much for participating.
Yeah.
What? Pardon?
No, I was
Somebody-
saying thanks 10 times.
Okay, but this
Yeah.
is like, you see the live thing, a lot of people are still like catching on to how to vibe on the live thing. But
Yeah.
this is more like African theater, call and response.
Yes, and
When
it's
we
interactive, you know?
you guys type up whatever you want. Don't just be talking with your friends in the background while this is going on. You know what I mean? Hit us up. Let us know what
Interactive.
you're thinking about the show.
Yeah.
Most of you are going to come on the live later and hit your comments. If you're on the YouTube, leave a comment. Let's hear what you got to say about the conversation. All right?
Wicked.
I don't know. You got any?
Final than that, any project coming out on the way we should be on the lookout for. in the immediate future?
Yes, I just recorded a lullaby.
Oh shoot!
It's a project called Lullaby Project, and these are young mothers, teen mothers, and who they work with Jesse Home. It's a home that they help young mothers, and this is a project that I think this is the third year that they're doing, and they asked me to come on board, and I wrote a song with this young mom from Barbados.
Okay.
She's here now with her son Zai, and we wrote a song for her baby and her called Closer, and we just recorded that. That will be released with all the other lullabies. Compilation.
Awesome.
That's beautiful. Yeah.
Like, that is like crazy. Like, usually I ask people if they have some music, they say, yeah, I have a project on the way. Like, she hit me with a lullaby. Like, I'm a wow.
Yeah.
And it sounds like it's like a super good initiative.
Yeah.
You're mentoring.
Absolutely.
She's gaining confidence. She's telling
Exactly.
her story.
Exactly.
She's dealing with the issues that are coming in the song, I'm sure. Right? So that's a good, this is mental health treatment.
Absolutely. There you go. That's
Right?
exactly what it is, because especially for her situation, it came out of a bad situation. A very vulnerable, bad situation, and trying to look for the positives and address living with that situation now and making it work for you instead of living in a negative space.
Yes.
Making it more a positive thing.
Awesome. She's doing a lot of work.
Yeah.
A lot of times.
You overworked. She working like she. A vacation.
Hold on.
Jesus Christ.
A lot of times the people that do like for the community and do for people aren't winning. You know what I mean? But you're doing it on both sides.
And
Absolutely.
winning. That's why it's nice to see.
Absolutely.
It's truly nice to see.
Yeah. Awesome. All right, so let's recap where they can find you at.
You can find me, like I said, on my website is www.ammoye.com. I'm also on Instagram under Ammoye, Ammoye. I'm on Twitter, Ammoye's Music, and Facebook, Ammoye's Music as well, my fan page. And on Spotify, on iTunes, on YouTube, Ammoye's Music, and just Google Ammoye and you'll find.
Get that and run.
And follow me on
views up.
Instagram and say hi and you know.
Do you use Twitter? Because I'm just.
I do use Twitter.
Twitter is because people are tweeting like Trump tweets.
Yeah, I know.
Everyone just steps back from Twitter. Everyone just steps back.
I was sick of Twitter
Really?
3 years ago. 4
Oh,
years
for real?
ago.
No, I always use Twitter. Everything that I post on my Instagram and goes to my Twitter and my Facebook. So it's a
like,
platform that
if you tweet still, you're still intelligent. Like I don't know.
Yeah.
It's the Toronto Star of freaking social media.
I guess so.
Twitter, right? Only real political news on Twitter.
The Globe and Mail of social media.
Yeah, man. I'm on Twitter under Ammoye's Music.
Ammoye's Music. All right.
Yeah.
Well, I would like to say thank you so much.
Oh, my
for coming.
pleasure.
Thank
We got a lot of business
you.
To deal with, yes,
We got a lot
honey.
of projects
Yes,
Shouts
honey.
out.
The synchronicities
Big somebody
happening.
pull
I
up.
like it.
Y'all go get this. Go get this.
lights?
Go get this. Go
That's-
get this. Go
that's
get
been out?
this.
Hold on, it's called The Light.
The light. Yes,
All
it's
right.
Put
called
up
the
on the
light.
camera. Go get that.
That's okay. Give it to the live because it's gonna be all over the green screen. Like, all over
Yeah, the light.
all over here.
And then I'm writing right now for my new album called Water, which comes out fall of this year.
Water.
Water.
It's full. It's flowing like water.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Shouts
Shout
out.
out the people. Shout out the fam. Shout out all my Canadian reggae artists.
Big up.
Easy for boss people.
Yes, I.
That's a lingo. You gotta know.
I
that
like
lingo.
it. I like
gotta
it. You
know
speak
that
it into
lingo.
existence.
Shouts
I like
out.
it.
Shouts out.
All right, so yeah, that's
One love.
that's us. That's Jay Walsh on Facebook. Pick up the drop offs on Instagram.
One love.
We ain't playing. We ain't playing. Consistency, hard work. Dougie in the building, Angela.
Shout out Dougie, I'm watching.
Dougie's a faithful soldier. Make America great again. Yes, Uncle Trump. You're the funniest, I'm telling you. Shut up. Who that? Dougie again. Hey, Star B watching? Ooh, celebrity. Zach Gibson in the building. What's going on, big man? K.
How do you do?
Patty Fish. Sankofa, you watch? Eat.
Sankofa.
Sankofa.